Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Jini. Today I'm going to share with you this fun little card that I created using the Artistically Inked Stamp set. This stamp set is a lot of fun to work with because it's very easy to use with its two-step images and for giving distinctively inked look. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. I'm going to start my project with the sentiment. So I'm going to ink up the hello in the boho blue and stamp in the center of my basic white cardstock. I'm going to be punching that out, so I want to give myself plenty of room. Next, I'm going to bring in my basic white panel and I am going to stamp. I'm going to start with the largest flower here in the fresh freesia, right up here in the top. And then I'm going to turn it randomly, stamp one here in the bottom, and turn it randomly again and stamp one here on the side. I've got that finished and I'm ready to add the center using the lemon lolly, so I'm simply going to place that right inside of those three flowers. I'm also turning that randomly, and then I'm going to add my large rose here. I'm going to use my Moody Mauve and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn this randomly as I stamp around the card front. There we go. I've got the large rose on there and I'm ready to bring in my leaves. Now I'm going to use the soft seafoam for this, and I'm going to tuck those leaves around the images. And I'm going to add one here, and then I'm going to pick up the single leaf and I'm going to add one here, and I think right between here, like so. Finally, I'm going to bring in my little flowers and I'm going to pepper those around the front of the panel. And let's see, I'm going to place one here also. It's okay that they overlap because it's a collage, and I'm going to also add one in here in the corner. Last but not least, I got this little speckle image, and I'm simply going to stamp that randomly around the card front, quickly and easily, adding that little pop of green between the images, just to add a little interest. See, I'm going to put one down here, also up here. There we go. I've got that finished and I'm ready to start assembling. For the assembly, I'm going to start with my sentiment in my punch, and I'm going to punch this out. And then I'm going to also take my boho blue panel and punch out the shape from the center. Next, I'm going to bring in my card front, and I'm going to fold that on the score line and adhere down my boho blue panel. Now this will not show since it's going to be covered with the next layer, so no worries there. And I'm going to be placing this flat like so. You can decide which corner. So I'm going to add some adhesive to the back and adhere. Now I'm going to do this card in the landscape mode, which is why I turned it this direction so I can see where I'm headed. I'm going to take my boho blue punch and I'm going to cut that, let's see, at an angle from corner to corner before the little nubs. And I'm going to punch or cut that like so, and then like so. Now what this is going to do is give me a mat for my sentiment panel. So I'm going to adhere that like so on either end, and then add the little color in the center. So I'm going to add some adhesive here just to hold this in place and start adding the corners. First here, and I'm going to slide this down and give myself about the same distance as the other side, like that. And then I'm going to add the bottom, which I'm going to place right in the center here. And oops. And then I'm going to tack on the top like so. And I've got a little touch of color going all the way around my sentiment. Once that's dry, I can flip it over and add my Stampin' Dimensionals. Now this will also hold those pieces in place if you are concerned about them coming undone. And I'm going to put 4 of them on there like so and remove the backings. Bring my card front around and place it right here in the center. There we go. And now for a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to take my Tinsel Gem 3 pack and I'm going to add a couple of these large ones on either side of the sentiment. And then I'm going to take some of the Fresh Freesia and I'm going to pop them around the card front just to add a little bit of shimmer like so. So there you go. A quick and easy card using the Artistically Inked Stamp set. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and of course if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. Thanks for joining me.